Hello and welcome to Rando Rob. Each week on Rando Rob, I'll be showing and discussing one item from my large collection of collections. New shows appear every Monday, and throughout the week, I'll be adding older episodes of Rando Rob that were previously only available to my Patreon subscribers. You can watch episodes of Rando Rob on YouTube at youtube.com/Rob O'Hara. Just look for the Rando Rob playlist. Audio versions of the show are available on my website at podcast.robohara.com or through iTunes. Just search for Rando Rob. Thanks for watching or listening, and I hope you enjoy this vintage episode of Rando Rob. I wanted to talk about something that I took with me to Boat Fest. And this is not really a collectible part of my collection, although I do have a collection of these items sitting right here. But it is my mouse pad. And so I have had several mouse pads over the years. And when you have enough computers laying around and old computers and mice, especially the older, trackball style mice or with the ball inside there, everybody, you had to have a mouse pad or it would gather all that dirt and gunk up in there. You have to clean those out. And so anyway, whenever I go on a trip, I always throw a mouse pad into my bag because you never know. I went to a hotel one time. If at all possible, I will hook up an external mouse. I don't love the touchpads on laptops. I can make do with it, but if I'm out and then trying to do something in Photoshop that pops up or something like that, I just really need a mouse, And so I went to a hotel one time and the desk was a sheet of glass, and which a laser mouse will not work on. So I was trying to put down paper and fold, and it was just a pain in the butt. So I always throw a mouse pad into my bag. So I have a couple of mouse pads sitting around here, and I just thought I'd show them to you. Now, this is the mouse pad, and this thing is filthy and disgusting. This is the mouse pad that I use right here at my main computer all day, every day. If you can see me right below the camera, I'm trying to get dust bunnies off the side of it here. This is, it's upside down. This is an HP mouse pad. I don't own an HP computer. And I got this, I think at work, maybe sometime. I really prefer if I can find them, the soft kind of cloth feeling mouse pads, that have like a fabric on top of them, which I really shouldn't because I end up setting drinks on them and getting them wet and leaving rings on them and stuff like that. But that's my daily driver mouse pad. That's the mouse pad that sits right here on my desk every day. But I do have a couple of other mouse pads, and then I will show you the one that I took with me to Boat Fest. Now, one of the mouse pads, and by the way, these are just sitting over here in a pile because I hooked up a mouse to my Mister so that I could do the Atari ST emulation and Amiga stuff. So for the point and click games, I needed a mouse. Anyway, this is the first mouse pad that I believe I ever purchased. It's the first one I remember purchasing, for sure. And this is a goofy MC Escher mouse pad. I was trying to look here on the back. No, it just says where it was made, but there's no copyright year or whatever. No. Anyway, this is, I believe, a woodcut from MC Escher. I was, like all kids, I was into MC Escher artwork. I think everybody goes through that phase where they're into MC Escher. So anyway, again, this is the first one that I ever bought, and I used to use this a lot, but as you can see, it's gotten pretty dirty over the years. I've tried to wash these like in the sink. I've never run them through a dishwasher. I'm afraid it would just shred it, and then it would be more disgusting. Anyway, next up is a mouse pad, and this is the one that I normally have sitting over here for my Mister. And this is not necessarily the finish that I love. This is a kind of a smooth plastic finish, but the bottom has the non-slip back or whatever. But I actually got this at a garage sale. And when I saw it, I just thought this was so awesome. Now it was in much better shape when I bought it. This is over on this side. You can see this is there's like a little the clear coating has started to peel up right there. I might be able to put some glue on there and fix that, but I don't know. But I mean, I don't know how much I'm going to put into fixing it. I think I paid 50 cents for it, 20 years ago. But I did get this at a garage sale, and I just enjoyed it so much. And so this is always sitting over here next to me. This is, again, the one that I use on my Mister. But this last mouse pad that I have here is the one that I always take with me when I travel. And I got this mouse pad. I went to I think this was probably when I went to Comdex, which would have been in the late 90s. But it was definitely a computer type convention thing like that. Comdex was like before, what's it called? Triple E or EEE, like the Electronic Expo thing. I mean, there were tens of thousands of people that would go to Comdex. It would take up multiple different convention centers at different casinos and pavilions and buildings. You could have to take a bus to go in between the buildings. It was a really big deal. And again, it was in Vegas, so everybody tried to go to it just because it was like a cross between a computer expo, a gigantic computer expo, and it was in Vegas. So anyway, while I was there, there were all kinds of companies, not just computer companies, but also companies that offered computer devices to other fields. And there was a table, and I don't really remember the details. They had some sort of like a medical supply, maybe database software or something like that. But they had different, medical programs for sale and this and that. And anyway, they had some different mouse pads, and I don't really remember thinking that the mouse pads were necessarily for sale, but I took it anyway. But anyway, so this is a Viagra mouse pad that I got from Comdex more than 20 years ago. It does have the non-skid thing, but it's not rigid. Why did I just say that? That I was going to say it's not stiff, but it's definitely fold. It folds. It doesn't crease or anything. So I can throw this down in a laptop bag and take it with me. So I don't normally have it here in my computer room, but I have it over in this little drawer. So whenever I go on a trip, I throw it in my laptop bag, and right there, I've always got the old. And then it has all this medical. Like it is real. I mean, it's not a parody thing. It's a real. Mouse pad, but I mean it's really for really for the drug Viagra. So anyway, when I go travel, that's the mouse pad that I always take with me, and I'm sure people, if they notice, might give it a second look. They might wonder how I got that. Maybe I'm a frequent flyer and got it from the company, but no, I got it from a computer show. But